So my current ops chief right now is one, right? One of the few that's still of, I always call him, and I say this, I say, hey, outside of all the red tape, I said, thank you for still being a fireman's chief. And what I mean by that is they still remember, and unfortunately it's the few, not the majority, they still remember what it's like to be in the truck, to be at the kitchen table, to be at the house with the boys, the banter, the traditions, everything else. They still remember. Thank God. And I hope if I ever decide to promote to that level one day, and God help the city that decides to make me that position, but I hope I retain that. All kidding aside, though, if you're a chief officer and you're still listening, just remember what it was like to be back in the truck. You know, Stephanie said the same thing. Like, it's the best spot in the world. That kitchen table, the camaraderie, everyone experienced it at some point in their career. And if you're still in the job, you know why. So we know Stephanie's why. We know her favorite tradition, which is amazing. Again, a brand new one, which is cool. So let's ask my favorite question, right? I know you're retired, Steph, but I'm going to
You
promote
have
you.
said that way too many times. I'm gonna go cry into my pillow because you've definitely reminded me that I'm retired. It's only been
Well,
3 months.
I'm jealous is why, right? I'm jealous. I'm older than you, and I got a lot more time to still do till I'm even eligible because I lost everything when I run from east to west. So it's just a jealousy thing. But I'm going to promote you, right? So you're not retired. You're the commissioner, the chief, right, of the freaking American Fire Service. So, more importantly, though, through FM, the guys that listen to me, they don't understand what that means. Fucking magic. Snap your fingers. No sweat equity. Instant gratification. You can change something in the American Fire Service. So that's insert, delete, whatever you want to do. What would it be? But really, more importantly, why? Why are you changing, adding, inserting, deleting, whatever it is in the American Fire Service? Please explain if you have an answer.
So I have to make sure I get this right so I don't get canceled. Corporate HR training in the fire service.
Ooh,
And
explain.
the reason I say corporate, um, replace that with conflict resolution. Because we sit there and we watch these videos on our online platforms, and it's just, we fast forward through them, we mute them, whatever. It's just, hey, well, I'm on this run. Do me a favor and click the next button, right?
Yep.
If it says you're not allowed to inappropriately touch your coworker, please put no as the answer when I'm on this call.
Yeah.
It's just, it's ridiculous and it teaches absolutely nothing. But and that's mandatory. We make our people sit through a couple hours of that kind of stuff every
Mm,
year. And what we don't teach, and it pisses me off in any way, shape, or form, is how to say I'm sorry. If you and I are sitting at the kitchen table, once again, culture, right? So, probably around 2010-ish, I think this culture of litigation fear really seeped into the fire service. And so, because people did legitimately bad things in some cases, we lost our ability to make some jokes, to have some fun, and all that kind of stuff because we don't, kind of like how we don't believe our people can't come in completely high as a kite if we let them use marijuana. We don't believe that if somebody says something offensive accidentally, accidents do sometimes happen, that they can't sit with that other person and say, hey, I'm sorry. You looked like this bothered you. Is there something, what, like, talk to me here. If we put the same restrictions on the conversations at the kitchen table in the firehouse as we did on our marriages, we'd all be divorced within a week. Like, we're not allowed to say, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to mess up. We're not allowed to do this. It's ridiculous. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen for a bunch of people who are then supposed to flawlessly perform on incredibly unstable, life-altering, life-changing scenes. And this is the culture you want to put on us?